any clue how we want to do this yet? Make sure it's recording. Because that would really piss me off. I don't have a clue how we're doing this yet.
I'll wing it. Can you wing it with us?
Of course.
Hi, this is Brett Ridgway, and I'm here with my good friend
Brian Hain.
And we're co-founders of a company called Speaker Fulfillment Services, and we've been working with information marketers for 20 years now, roughly, probably.
Oh, at least.
And we're really excited about a new series that we're going to be doing starting on Tuesday, June 16th. Is that right?
I have no clue.
I was right.
We're still excited about it.
Yeah.
Well, let's just roll. I mean, even we're not going to cut it back together. We're going to do several takes.
Hi, this is Brett Ridgway, and I'm here with my good friend
Brian Hain.
And we're co-founders of a company called Speaker Fulfillment Services. And we've been working with information marketers for, what is it now, Brian? 20 years or so, roughly?
At least.
And we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of all aspects of the information marketing world. And that's why we're so excited about a new series that we're going to begin on Tuesday, June 16th.
2015,
about how to build your own information marketing empire. And as I said, we've seen it from all sides of information marketing. We've created products that have had multi-million-dollar launches. We've written books. We've done a lot of audio products. I mean, we've seen all sides of it.
Yeah, we even had our bestseller book campaign, what was that, a month and a half ago now. So things have been going well. But what we've decided to do is we're going to take all this knowledge that we've gleaned over the years, from some of it from learning from other speakers out there, but also some of it from just, oh man, getting beat up and learning some hard lessons along the way. And we've decided we want to put this all together into an easy to use, simple program that you can follow and, most importantly, do yourself. And so we're actually going to show you step by step all the different things that we do to get new leads, attract new customers, and find new prospects.
Well, as I said, this is going to be a 6-part series starting on Tuesday, June the 16th, and then we'll do Tuesday and Thursday each week for the next 6 weeks.
3 weeks.
Next 3 weeks.
6 sessions.
Right, 6 sessions. And we're going to start off with, frankly, first of all, what's the first topic?
First topic is going to be, we're going to cover some of the key concepts that you need to know when you're doing an information marketing business. But then we're also going to start, since we know that this is a 6-part series, we're going to be covering all kinds of different things, such as how to do remarketing with Google, how to create Bing ads, how to do Facebook advertising, how to create your Facebook fan page, how you should create a YouTube channel, and different ways to do YouTube marketing. So as a result of all these things we know we want to do in the coming sessions, in session 1 we're actually going to start by creating some of the materials that we need in order to do that. And I'm not a professional graphic artist, neither is Brett, and he doesn't play one on TV either. And so we're actually going to be showing you outsourcing tools that we use to go create a lot of the different materials you're going to need. Everything from creating a logo, to creating intro videos, to creating different ads, image ads and stuff like that for all your different campaigns. So in session 1, we're going to start creating a lot of the collateral material that you also need for the future sessions.
Yeah, it's very important to recognize that building an information marketing business is a step-by-step process. It's going to take time. So we've broken this training down into a series of steps that we think make logical sense to us anyway.
Yes.
About how to do it the right way. So again, the first thing is, let's talk about some key concepts that we think it's critical for you to understand to be successful as an information marketer. Things like perceived value, the 10-to-1 rule of information marketing. It's all about product consumption. We'll talk about the pros and cons of digital versus physical products and a number of other things. And also in that first session, we're going to get into market research.
Oh, that's right. And that is one of the most critical things. Is so many people, you may have an idea or some product that you're passionate about, and that's great. You really want to have passion in whatever you're doing, but you want to make sure that you focus that passion the right way. And by doing the right market research, you can really learn, you know, maybe there's a different way you should slant that product, or maybe there's a different type of product you should be creating still in that same industry. But unless you do the research, you're not going to really know. And so we're actually going to show you how do you do that research, and then how do you analyze that research and really determine what's the best key phrases you should be marketing on, what's the best title for your product, how should you be using that in your different sales copy and different things like that. So
yeah, ton to talk about in market research. Now, session 2, we're going to start getting into building your list, because you need to start building that list well before you're ready to take any specific product to market. I mean, months before. And there's a lot of things involved in list building, like autoresponders and opt-in pages and bounce backs and products. I mean, there's a lot of list building things that we need to talk about in that second session. So we're going to get right into building the list even before we talk about product creation, which will be coming up, I think, in session 4. But after list building, then we're going to get right into lead generation. So what are some of the things we're going to talk about in lead generation in session 3?
Well, lead generation, you really start into, so now you've got your opt-in page that we did in session 2, and you've hooked up emails to really try and get people to build, like, know, and trust you. And once you have a product, you can be able to start selling that product. Well, as Brett said, session 3, then we need to start driving traffic to this opt-in page or to your sales page or to your websites. And so we're going to talk about, there's really 2 different ways to drive traffic. You can pay for it, or you can go for free traffic. And I'll tell you a little secret, you pay for everything, because even if you're not actually paying per click, you still have to put in the time and the energy to generate the free traffic. But we're going to talk about both. So we're going to be covering things such as pay-per-click traffic, such as Google, Bing, remarketing, Facebook ads. We're going to be talking about also free advertising, such as why you should have a YouTube channel, how you should be actually using your Facebook fan page, and how to create a Facebook fan page. And one thing I want to point out here is each of these sessions, you're going to be able to ask questions either during the session or even after the session, and we're happy to answer them. But then each of these sessions is going to be at least 90 minutes, and you may have gathered already simply from the different topics we've been listing here in these sessions, they're going to be at least 90 minutes. They may go longer, and we're going to have it to where you can actually watch the replays for the rest of your life. So let's say that obviously with all these topics, we don't believe in a lot of filler space, so we're going to be covering the topics quickly and efficiently. But at the same time, you may say, wow, I just need to really go back and watch how did they set up that remarketing campaign. So that in a remarketing campaign, if you don't know, that's where when somebody comes to your website, they get cookied by Google. And what will happen is anytime they're then traveling throughout the web, your image ads will start appearing as they're traveling. You may have done this before if you've been to Amazon or if you've been to Target and then you've gone to some other website. You may have noticed how, well, that pair of shoes that I looked at is following me everywhere. Well, you can do that same thing to where your product or service can be following you everywhere. And we're going to show you how you really shouldn't do it with just one ad. Even if you're doing one ad different sizes, you really need multiple ads because you want to point out different features and benefits in each of those ads so that they're not seeing the same ad every single time, which can be annoying and not as effective.
So session 3, as Brian said, lead generation, there's going to be a lot to talk about there. And if we can do that in 90 minutes, I'll be amazed. So, and he hit on something else again very important. Everything's going to be available for replay, so if you can't catch us live for a particular session, don't worry about it. You can still join in and catch that at your convenience. So after lead generation, Brian, we get into actual product creation.
And there's a lot to cover here too. I mean, there are so many different ways to make a product, whether you're wanting, I think we're doing a whole session just on membership sites though, aren't we?
We're going to do a deep dive on membership sites in session 5. Session 4 is talking about all the different types of information products you can create.
So whether it be digital or physical, whether you're wanting to do video or audio or print or just text if you're keeping it just as digital. And different ways to go about doing that. What are the different tools and resources that we use to create all these different products? What are the different ways we format it? Who are some of the outsourcing partners we use? How can you do it yourself? What are the quick and easy ways to make your products? Because you're going to find over time that you're going to want to make more and more products because there are ways to increase sales. You can actually bring in new customers, or the easier sale is actually if you've already got a customer and you can just sell them more stuff. That's actually easier to do than bringing in new ones. So that's why you're constantly going to be doing product creation. And so we're going to show you how you can make these products quickly and easily.
Sure. I mean, we'll be talking about repurposing certainly and how you can use content you already have in different formats. We're going to talk about, I'm sure again, consumption again, how you need to design into your products to make them as consumable as possible because obviously if you can't get somebody to read your book all the way through or watch your video all the way through, the chances of them coming back to you for other products and services goes way down. So we want to teach you how to increase that consumption of that product. So a lot to talk about in product creation, and we'll have some hints on, as Brian said, easy ways to create those products, whether it's to write a book or develop an audio or whatever it may be.
Right, and then session 3 I was alluding, or session 5.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Or behind yourself, or whatever.
Session 5 I was alluding to a little bit earlier, and that is we're going to do a deep dive into membership sites. We're going to really cover 2 different things here. We're going to talk about membership site models because so many people just think, oh, I'm going to put up a membership site. Oh, it's so easy. yes and no. Once you know what you're doing, it is easy, but there's a lot to think about. You need to think about, is this going to be a membership site where everybody comes in at the same point and then the content is released slowly over time? Or as they join, are they going to come into whatever point in time you're releasing that content and they have to pay extra for the back content, or they get all that back content right away immediately? And there's a lot of things to think about in that model, which will affect how you want to price it, how you want to sell it, because how you price the model you set up will affect how easy it is to sell up front. It'll also start affecting your stick strategy. So there's a lot that goes into the model, but then we're going to show you also how to go into our preferred membership model system, which is WordPress with Wishlist Member plugin. That's a one-time buy of a plugin. You don't have to pay recurring for it. Absolutely love the plugin. And we're going to show you how to set up these different membership models, and we'll actually walk you through step by step setting up your membership sites.
Now, you might be asking, well, why do they do a deep dive on membership sites? Because there are so many different types of products you can create. And the reason is continuity revenue. We're big believers in continuity revenue, and when you're an information marketer, you can go into each month knowing in advance you already have some amount of revenue coming in because people are paying to be part of your membership site. It takes a big load off your mind. So most of the information marketers I've talked to, the biggest woe they've had in their business career is not starting some continuity revenue program soon enough. So we think membership sites are critical to you, and you definitely need to have that as part of your marketing and product mix. So that's why we're going to do a deep dive on membership sites.
Well, I want to point out here, I also think membership sites are great even if you're selling just a one-time offer, because it can be a great way to deliver the product so that people can easily have access to it. Plus, when they're logging in to get access to the membership site, that's when you can have offers for other products that you have, sure, which is great. But it is a great way to just deliver the product, because then you know that it's being delivered, you can see that it's being delivered, and so yeah, we love membership sites.
Okay, so session 1, key concepts, market research, and beginning to design some of the pieces we're going to need for follow-up.
The collateral.
The collateral later on. Session 2, list building. Session 3, lead generation. Session 4, product creation. Session 5, deep dive on membership sites. And then in session 6, we're going to tie it all together.
Yeah, in session 6 we're gonna certainly cover a lot of the different infrastructure that you need to pull it all together. We're going to start working out what would be your actual marketing plan and business plan with that, because as you've already imagined, there's so many different steps and components along the way that how do you make sure you're juggling all these balls in the correct way? And there's no right or wrong way. Well, some would say our way is the right way and everybody else's way is the wrong way, but no, what I'm going to say is there's a lot of different ways people will teach you to do it, and we're going to teach you methods that have worked for us. And so we know that they can be done, we know they can be replicated, and so we want to make sure that you have everything in place, not just the knowledge, but then also the plan of what do I do next, and how do I make sure I'm making progress every single day on this. And, you know, you may be working another job right now, or this may be your full-time business. Well, we're going to show you either way how you can actually make sure you're allotting time during the day to make progress on marketing your products, to make progress on selling your products, to make progress on writing that new book you want to write, or whatever it may be. And so we're going to really start focusing in on some of that and how to pull it all together and implement it to make sure that it becomes a success for you too.
And some of that infrastructure we're going to talk about will be things like your email platforms, your shopping cart, your credit card processing, how you're going to take payments, your product fulfillment. So there's a lot of little important pieces that you need to have a clear understanding of how you're going to tackle those if you want to really build that information marketing empire that you want to do. And then finally, to wrap it all up, we'll actually have a bonus session where any questions that haven't been answered during the course of the 6 sessions, open mic night. Brian and I will be there to answer any questions you have about any aspect of the whole program, about information marketing in general, about books, whatever you want to talk about. We're going to be there, like I said, open mic night as a bonus session after the first 6 sessions. So,
well, that sounds great. I mean, you may be wondering how much is this going to cost, and for some of you, you may have already scrolled down on the page and have noticed that it's right down there. We're going to do this for a one-time fee, $297.
And that's lifetime access.
That's lifetime access. You'll have access to all the replays. You'll have access to the Q&A session replays and everything. And so we're not going to do some big drop. We're not going to do any fancy gimmicks or anything. If you know us, which if you're watching this video, you probably know us some way or another, you'll know that we're pretty direct, straightforward, meat and potato type of guys. and that's how we do our trainings. Well, that's how we talk to you too. And so $297 is what we're offering all this for. We think it's a steal of a deal because we're going to basically set you up with everything you need to know and do to be able to start your own information marketing business or to improve the information marketing business you already have.
So just scroll down the page and click on the
Add to cart button.
Add to cart button. And again, we will start the sessions on June the 16th. Now the live training will be at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which is obviously 10 a.m. Pacific. But again, there are going to be replays available so you can watch it in the morning and night, whenever you want. It's going to be there for you. And if you can join us live and ask questions during the sessions, that would be wonderful. We'd be glad to have you there. But we'll look for June 16th as the start date. And again, scroll down, click on the Add to Cart button, and we will see you on the 16th. Thanks so much.
Well, that was pretty good. I think we'll probably have to do it again, but
Yeah.
I coughed several times.
Yeah, about the coughing. Just makes it